Hello, it's going to be a warm and windy weekend. That's as Storm Kathleen is developing out to the southwest of the UK, and that will drag up some very warm air indeed. Here it is, a very deep area of low pressure. The strongest winds will be across parts of Western Ireland, but we'll also see some very strong gusty winds across western areas of the UK. Those winds will really start to pick up through the rest of the evening. We'll also see bands of rain approach from the southwest. They'll turn quite heavy for a time across Northern Ireland and then across much of Scotland, where there could be some issues on the roads for those of you travelling around Scotland by tomorrow morning. So southerly wind is dragging up that very mild air, so it will be an exceptionally mild start to the day. These temperatures are generally above the daytime average for this time of year, so you'll definitely notice a difference when you wake up in the morning. And across eastern areas, although it's going to be a breezy day, it's actually going to stay largely dry through Saturday. But it's in the west where we have wind warnings in force. Here's Storm Kathleen here swirling around. You can see the wind swirling around Storm Kathleen here. So the winds are going to be the strongest up through the Irish Sea coast, as well as across western areas of Scotland later on in the day. On Saturday, we could see gusts up to 60, 70 miles per hour. Those are strong enough to bring some delays to travel. They could bring restrictions to bridges, disruption to ferry travel, and also some large waves as well. So there could be some coastal flooding issues. But across the east, it's actually going to be quite a different feeling day. Temperatures could be a good 10 degrees higher for some northeastern areas of Scotland, for example, across the Moray Firth. And we could see the highest temperatures of the year so far across the southeast, where they could reach 22 degrees. So a bit of a mixed picture for Saturday. The winds do stay quite strong as well across western areas of Scotland through the night on Saturday, and there could be a continued coastal flooding issue. We'll also see bands of quite heavy rain push eastwards through the day or through the night on Saturday night. They will likely clear by the time we get to Sunday morning, however, so it's likely to be a fairly dry and bright start to the day for central and eastern areas. However, across the west parts of Wales into Devon and Cornwall, you're more likely to get caught out in a shower first thing. The air turns a little bit less mild overnight on Saturday night, so it won't be quite as warm a start on Sunday, but it's still fairly mild for the time of year. The winds will also be fairly brisk still through Sunday, not quite as strong as Saturday, and across the east we're still likely to hold on to much of the dry and bright weather. But elsewhere, I think you're much more likely to get caught out in a shower on Sunday. Some of these could turn heavy and be quite persistent, particularly around lunchtime. And as I said, the air is slightly less mild, so it's not going to be as warm feeling, but the winds will be a little lighter, so highs of 15 or 16 degrees. That's still above average for the time of year, so not too bad at all. But across the far north of Scotland, it's going to be another windy day on Sunday. Looking ahead to next week, well, the unsettled weather continues to bring wet weather to northern areas, but in the south, there's some signs of more settled weather arriving. Make sure you keep up to date with all the latest, and you can do that by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Bye-bye.